You said that you wanted a Mike Tyson fight. Are there any other fights you feel that are missing on your resume? We all, of course, in Poland feel disappointed that Michalczewski fight didn't happen. Some other names you can call. We heard about there was Lennox Lewis that on the horizon that HBO wanted this fight between you and him. Is it true?
I don't know that HBO wanted Lennox Lewis fight, because if they did, if Lennox wanted it, I would have taken it. So I never duck and dodge nothing. But I do know for a fact they offered Darius Michalczewski $5 million to come over there and try this. He said no. Wasn't my turning down. He said no. I was the man at the time. $5 million, you got one title, I got 7. Come get it. He said no. What can I do about that? I called Nigel Bean on the phone myself. He said he's going through a divorce, but he called me after the divorce. Never talked to him again. Tried to set it with Steve Collins, never happened. Tried to set it with Chris Eubank, never happened. Wasn't me. I tried to fight them all. I don't care. You understand me? I was the man at the time. The man takes on all challenges. That's what I did. How you think I ended up in the heavyweight division? Wasn't because they called me. I won a challenge, so I go fight it. Now, if they would have called me from Poland and said, hey, look, we'll give you, since he wouldn't take 5, we'll give you 10 to come to Poland. I'd been right here in Poland fighting Darius Michalczewski. Just who I am.
Okay. And what's the story between you and Frankie Lyles? Because Paweł Głażewski's trainer worked with Lyles in the United States. He and Fred Roach worked with Lyles, and he said that you avoided Frank Lyles on a pro because he had some rough. You had some rough time with him as an amateur.
Let me help you out with this. Now I understand why he said I remember Frank Lyles, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, on the press conference.
Frank Lyles gave me my first 8 count as an open amateur. They gave him 3-2 split decision over me the first time we fight. To take you back though, in 1987, me and Frank Lyles went on a tour together on the United States team to fight against Sweden and Finland. Beat the guy in Sweden, then went to Finland. I was 139, Frank was 147. I beat the guy in Sweden, I stopped him. And I told Frank Lyles then, I holler out the ring, Frankie Lyles, I'm coming for you. The next year we both go to 156. All right, I beat him first round, beat him second round. Third round, he came with a good right hook on top of the head, give me 8 count. Went that far from the floor, wouldn't go down. All right, okay. They gave him 3-2 split decision. Okay, so went to the Golden Gloves, they gave it to Gerald. Gerald got beat by McElroy Royce because they wanted McElroy in the championship, in trials, because the trial was in California. So when I get to the trial in California, Frank Lyles there. Said, now I get my get back. I told him to his face, now I get my get back. I beat him, so we had to have a box off. I beat him again. All right, so I beat Frank Lyles 2 out of 3. The last 2 I won. All right, so Frank Lyles has never been a problem to me. Don King had Frank Lyles. He never mentioned my name. So what was I to duck Frank Lyles for? I had no problem with Frank Lyles. I beat Frank Lyles 2 out of 3 times in the amateurs. Frankie Lyles is not a problem to me. So if they made that up in their mind, it's something I never heard of, because if Frank Lyles would have held on and became a great professional champion, guess what? He would have saw me because he was in that weight class. Right or wrong? In the United States, HBO would have demanded I fight Frank Lyles if he would have held on. Is it my fault he didn't hold on? No, it's not. So you tell that trainer, I say, him and Frank Lyles can kiss my you-know-what, because they couldn't hold their title long enough, we didn't get a chance to fight as a professional.
And now Frank Lyles is advising them how to beat you. You think he could help them?
He couldn't do it. How you gonna tell them how to do it? He couldn't do it. What are you gonna tell them?
After you lost to Tarver, one of the first fights at the cruiserweight, you lost to Danny Green in the first round. It was a shock for most of the world. and your trainer said that you were dehydrated at that fight. I think you mentioned something about hand wrapping in Warsaw when we talk. Can you say something more about this fight, because it was a real big upset?
Yeah. First of all, Danny Green could not beat me. Now, right before I flew to Australia, I had to have an immediate emergency root canal, and they put me under. Okay. This is right before I got on the plane to go to the fight. You shouldn't do that, but I had to have it because I couldn't eat. Okay. You understand? I mean, that was my biggest problem. After I got up, the referee stopped the fight prematurely because Danny Green was done. You understand me? If the referee leave me alone, I stopped Danny Green in the next round. You understand me? If the referee just leave me be, I'm good now. I get up, I'm good now. Of course, my head fall because I just woke up from the medicine 3 days before I got there. You understand me? So leave me alone. Let me go to round 2. Danny Green don't get out of round 2, without a doubt. But they stop it. All right. So premature stoppage. I can't complain over spilled milk, but it did happen. And he had his hand wrapped with illegal substances on his hands. And we proved that. We had a guy in the locker room to watch it. We got the boxes and proved that he had illegal hand wraps.
That's pretty serious.
Very serious. So it's not like Danny Green's a problem. He's a scum. And if I ever get a chance again, I guarantee I'll knock him out in less than 4 rounds. Okay. Because he's garbage. Because they cheated. They had the bad hand wraps. And the referee stopped it too quickly. Trust what I tell you.
Okay, so let's say you beat Diablo. You have no problem with defending against Danny Green?
Against Danny Green or Frank Lyles.
So let's preview both scenarios for the Saturday's fight. Yeah, I know it's only one scenario for you in your mind. You're gonna win, and you're gonna wait for Diablo to do his thing in September, and then you're gonna fight here in Poland, let's say in December, November?
November, December. May fight him in September if the fight that he got fall out. Who knows? Who knows?
And if you lose?
I ain't losing. That's not even a question.
What was the most satisfying win of your career?
2. Beating James Toney and beating John Ruiz.
Who was the best puncher you ever faced?
One of the best punchers I probably ever faced was Murky Sosa.
And who was, excluding you, the best skill-wise boxer you ever faced?
James Toney.
James Toney?
By far.
He was the most difficult,
right? By far.
5 weeks ago, when you were at the first press conference with Kostecki, you said that you were preparing some special song for him with your colleague Tupis.
Yep.
How did it end up?
Well, it was going to be pretty good, but then my opponent changed, so I didn't go home and record it because the opponent changed. So I was like, well, I don't know. So I just kind of left it alone. Yeah.
So there will be no special song. You all must have forgot. It will be the theme song for you.
Yeah, probably the theme song for me. Y'all must have forgot. Probably what I'll use.
And what's your prediction? As we know, almost for sure that Paweł Głażewski will be your opponent. What's your prediction? Your trainer Tony Ankelo said that unanimous decision will be satisfying for you. Is it true?
It'd be satisfying for him. I want him out of there. I want a knockout.
A fast knockout?
I ain't got to be fast, but I want a knockout.